I hope you can't hear my air conditioner in the background, but it's hot. It's hot in my place.
That's okay. Can't hear it.
Okay. Air conditioner.
Okay, the pre-show has started. Say hello to all your friends.
Hello, y'all.
Do either of you want me to send you the link?
No, I
Oh, no,
think
we're good.
I'm good without.
You're good without it? How about you, Rob? You want the link?
I'm good without it, too.
Okay, all right. Can you both see the timer or should I make it bigger?
Oh, I'm good there.
How about you,
I
Rob?
can see it.
Okay,
I
great.
can see it.
All right.
The Sabres are boring this week now. Somebody's got to take a twig to Yarmo and tell him to make some moves.
Do you want me to make the comments any bigger?
I can see him.
I mean, I can make it bigger. I'll show you. Is that better?
Oh,
I could even make them bigger.
yeah.
For us blind people, that would be fine. Yes. Speaking for me, of course. I'm just.
Okay, that's good. Now,
Don't say anything about age.
okay. I am going to reset the timer. And then when you see it says on the air after the reset, you're on the air, okay?
Sounds good.
Okay.
Okay. Well, sorry. There we go.
What's going on? Another edition of Fair Catch. That is Russ. I am Rob. How's it going, Russ?
Oh, just try not to melt. Pretty much.
Oh, yeah, I know. I mean, come on, it's summertime. I mean, find ways to stay cool. I mean, just don't go in your neighbor's pool and skinny dip.
Hey, all I'm saying is that I'm going to complain when it's cold and I'm going to complain when it's too hot, and you just got to deal. I'm that old and I really don't care.
Yeah, it's we're allowed to complain about Mother Nature and that. So we still got 3 more weeks till training camp start. So why don't we do the NFC team since really there's not many moves except Anaheim Ducks keeping Carlson.
Yeah, that was a nut job of a move by Danny Briere, the Philadelphia GM or president or whatever title he's deciding to hold down there.
I'm going to give him $18 million.
5 years at $18 million a year that's beyond crazy. That's beyond nuts. I mean, the salary cap hasn't grown that much, so I don't know what possessed him to do it, and I mean, if you're going to offer sheet somebody like that, do it to somebody in your own division.
Yeah, like do it to the Pittsburgh Penguins for crying out loud.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, exactly. I mean, obviously Anaheim has enough money because their team is young, nothing coming. I mean, they made the playoffs, but they're still a young team that's going to get better. So,
To be honest with you, I mean, if I was Anaheim, I would have let Carlson go. I would have I would have called their bluff and said, okay, you want him? You want him for that much? You can have him. I'll take your 4 first-round picks in consecutive years.
there you go.
So, I mean, I don't mind. I don't mind you offer sheeting the player. I really don't. I don't think there's enough of those. But that was just obnoxious that he did that. And now, and the thing is, if Anaheim would have said, okay, we're not going to match, okay, Philadelphia is not one player away.
No.
So, I mean, okay, you're going to do that. Okay, now how do you build your team? I don't know.
I mean, they don't have a goaltending, which we saw against Carolina, and it's like they just could not keep up with Carolina. We obviously know that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, I mean, I guess, I guess to keep their fan base in Anaheim, the Ducks said, okay, we'll match it, and then they'll work on the rest of the stuff later. But I mean that was just a ridiculous thing. But welcome to the business of the NHL, I guess.
Oh yeah. All right, so let's talk some football. We're going to start off with the NFC East, and there is a surprise team that I think this year will happen, but I mean, I'm sure you'll think it. But let's talk about Dallas first. I mean,
of course you're going to talk about Dallas every year. I swear, every year. Oh, Dallas is going to do this.
And then what do they do the most? They should just change their name to Dallas Disappointments. They're a talented team, but they disappoint.
Oh my goodness! I mean, they're every year. Oh, we them boys, and then about 5-6 games in, they're like, then they go hide underneath the, whatever. It's okay. It's a Dallas thing.
Well, the biggest thing they need to do is like tie up Jerry Jones and just put him in a closet somewhere, and then keep him away from the team. That might work.
Oh, Jerry. Cowboys finished 7-9-1 last year. Did they really make all that much of an improvement?
Nope. They got rid of their best player on Michael Parsons, and we definitely know that Dak will get hurt sometime this season. I don't know when, but sometime.
Well, you know what? I mean, Michael Parsons, I think they actually made out okay in that because he's gonna miss some time with the Packers. So I'm not so sure that wasn't a good move. But at the same time, they didn't really improve all that much. Although I like the pick of Caleb Downs in the first round of this year's draft, the safety out of Ohio State. I actually think that was a solid pick by them.
Yeah, I think they do have a very good offensive line. They just, they need to, like I said, they really don't have much of a running game ever since Ezekiel Elliott was, young, but they could get better on that part. I mean, the receiving core, I'll take George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb any day of the week.
Oh, they're a fantastic duo. I mean, they're gonna put up numbers. They're going to put up numbers, and other than that, though, I mean, because Dak is Prescott's going to be Prescott. He's going to be, and he's going to put up numbers with those two. Can they run the ball with Javonte Williams? And look out for Jadon Blue. pick out of Texas last year. Can they run the ball enough, to take some of the pressure off of Dak Williams? We'll have to find out. Defense is where the shortcomings have been. Hence why they took Caleb Downs in the first round, and they took a defensive lineman, an edge rusher in the second round. So the Cowboys are the Cowboys. They're people are always going to pick them.
And I never anointed them as America's team. I think we got America.
That was a documentary.
We got America's team in our backyard.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I mean, the NFC East is pretty much the Eagles' division.
Yeah, but the problem now, there's an issue with the Eagles, and that's the next team. This might be Sirianni's last season. It's if there's still problems going on in that locker room.
Well, fortunately, if Sirianni hadn't won the Super Bowl that he won, he would have been gone already.
Mm-hmm.
So, but they still finished on top of the division, 11-6. And the NFC East, I don't see it really getting. I didn't really see too much in the way of improvement. Although the Commanders are a team that could sneak up on you a little bit.
But I think maybe the new offensive coordinator in Philly will help Jalen Hurts, maybe, but who knows? I mean, Sirianni's an offensive head coach, and them two are not getting along very much.
Well, that's always going to happen between coach and quarterback at some point.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like it anyway. I mean, it even happened to Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. It took 20 years, but eventually they had a falling out. So, but yeah, I mean, but by and large, even with all of that, with Sirianni and the team in the locker room, team still finished 11-6.
Mm-hmm.
Still finished 4 games on the Cowboys.
Oh, that's for sure.
So that right there is. I mean, I just don't see anybody in the NFC East really challenging. But hey, that's why they play the games.
I know, because the next team is the Giants, who I think will surprise everybody. I mean, they got obviously a Super Bowl winning coach in John Harbaugh, plus Jackson Dart. They don't look all that bad.
No, they don't. But Jackson Dart's got to stay healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Jackson, and they need Malik Neighbors. And that looks like a total. They totally messed up his injury. He had to go back for another one, for a second surgery, as like a cleanup from the first one. So I'm not sure what his status is going to be for at least the start of the season anyway. But Jackson Dart, he's definitely showed some promise. Definitely, we'll see if he can make that second year leap. If he can. But yeah, I don't see anything with the Giants to say that they can't make any kind of a leap or anything like that. And to be honest with you, they're in the right division.
Mm-hmm. And they got a very good defense too. Let's not forget about that. They got a very good defensive line, especially Dexter Lawrence.
Mm-hmm.
He can cause havoc. That is for sure. And then, so let's not forget about that. They can help them out.
You know what? They took Arvell Reese, the edge rusher out of Ohio State at 5th with the 5th pick overall, and that dude, if he can hit the ground running, I mean that's a that would be incredible for them. But I'm more concerned about I'm actually more concerned about the offensive side of the ball with
Yeah.
With Malik Neighbors and Cam Scattaboo.
Yeah, who got hurt here. he was a beast.
Well, you know what? He doesn't believe in CTE, so I'm not sure exactly how that's going to work out. He's a great back. I mean, if he can stay healthy, that's the main thing about the Giants. If they can get Malik Neighbors back healthy, if they can get Cam Scattaboo back healthy, the defense shows up. John Harbaugh's a good coach. He can definitely coach them up.
Like I said, he won the Super Bowl.
He did win a couple. He did win a couple of those. So it'll be interesting to see like how the team starts, because that'll be the key to that. They can get off to like a 1-0 start, a 2-0 start. Hit the ground running per se.
Yeah.
That's what they need to do.
All right, the final team is the Washington Commanders. Now, I think Jaden Daniel might have had, I would say, a sophomore slump. It seems. I mean, he's got a lot of talent on that offense, and also like Austin Eckler, who's a very good running back, but I think age is catching up to him. But he's also got some decent receivers. I believe they got Deebo Samuel, and that's not a bad receiver to throw to.
No, not at all. I mean, the Washington Commanders they're definitely a wild. To me, they are a wild card team. To say that Jaden Daniels had a sophomore slump, that's an understatement. But
yeah, I mean, he was in the NFC Championship a year ago. I mean, surprised everybody basically. But I mean, the guy's got some talent. I mean, I don't think maybe it's the wrong head coach. I don't know. I like Dan Quinn. He's fun.
Well, right now, I mean, their top receiver right now is Terry McLaurin.
Mm-hmm.
And then they got Treylon Burks, a former high first round pick of the Tennessee Titans, and this past season's third round pick, Antonio Williams. So it's other than Terry McLaurin, it's an unproven wide receiver room at this point. A lot of rumors about Stephon Diggs going home to Washington, Deebo Samuels, as you mentioned. But right now, it's Jaden Daniels. It's a lot of pressure to put on Jaden Daniels, and they have Jacory Krosky-Merritt as your number one back. So can they? Is there can they run the ball just enough to get some of the pressure off of Daniels? That'll be my question.
And you look at, I think, like I said, they're going to struggle with, I think, the Giants, and I really think they're definitely going to struggle against Philadelphia. I mean, and obviously, Dallas again, they're not slouches. We just love picking on the Cowboys. I mean, we just like picking on the Cowboys. So they can.
Thing is. The thing about after Philadelphia, you have three teams that are pretty much 500 or below teams. So there's really nobody that is probably. I mean, as of right now, that's why they play the games, right? So as of right now, there's really no other team in the NFC East that's going to compete with the Eagles. But then again, we don't. I mean, if you hit the Cowboys get off to a strong start, and the Eagles get off to a slow start, and Sirianni's on the hot seat, then what?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, things can happen. I think the first five or so games is going to be key in that division.
Mm-hmm. All right, the next division we'll save the two best for last, but we'll go to the below average division called the AFC South. And let's start off with Tampa Bay. Again, a talented team with Baker Mayfield. They got a very good running back in Bucky Irving, but then they kind of disappoint at the end.
Well, Bucky's got he's got like a shoulder injury right now that he's trying to get past. So hopefully he can do that. But I'll tell you what a resurgence by Baker Mayfield.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that dude was left for dead in Cleveland. Well, it's Cleveland, so it's really, that's where quarterbacks go to die.
It's a fact.
Literally.
Remember.
Oh my God! But they have some awesome, excellent talent, especially the wide receiver room. They did. I mean, they have Amika Agbuka, Jalen McMillan, and Chris Godwin Jr.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely made. I mean, losing probably their best wide receiver, obviously, to the 49ers. I mean, but still, they got. I mean, that team's got they got very good talent on that offensive side, and defensively, if they are not hurt, they're pretty good too. Remember, like Vita Vea is probably one of their best defensive tackles.
Well, I mean, when you lose a veteran guy like Mike Evans in free agency, who do you have to replace him? Amika Agbuka has done more than he's there. He's one of their top guys already. So, it comes down to the defense, and the defense, they're not bad. They showed well last year at times. But that division is just nobody had a record above 500. Nobody.
Yeah. Which the team that won the division next is Carolina, which they surprised me, but it's a young and up and coming team. Like Bryce Young showed some promise, but he struggled against the Rams in the wild card round, and maybe that's a growing pain that he's going to learn.
Well, Bryce. Well, yeah. I mean, they are. I mean, if you look at Bryce Young made tremendous steps last year. He took a tremendous leap last year. So hopefully he can keep that trajectory going. Tetarella McMillan had a great rookie season. He showed well. Xavier Leggett's got the dropsies, so he's got to get rid of that. And Jalen Coker, he showed well at times last year. But Bryce Young is the key. I mean, if you're going to be competitive, if you want to challenge for the playoffs again, Bryce Young has to continue that. It has to continue with his good play.
For sure. They don't want to get him hurt because the red-headed rifle named Andy Dalton's right behind him, maybe. Oh, wait, or he might have.
Well, actually, who they have now is Kenny Pickett. That's their backup right now, and he's
Andy Dalton.
Andy Dalton. I like Andy Dalton. I think he's a nice insurance policy to have. But right now, they have Kenny Pickett at the backup. So if anything happens to Bryce Young, I don't know about Kenny Pickett, but the sleeper on this whole thing is Jonathan Brooks. He missed his rookie season because of a bad knee injury that he suffered in college. Tried to come back, and that didn't work out so well. So it looks like he's healthy. He's a second-round pick in 2024. So played a little bit in 24. Didn't, and they also have Chuba Hubbard. So running back room looks to be okay, but I think this may just fall on the shoulders of Bryce Young.
For sure. Next team is the Atlanta Falcons, and I think it's battle between two southpaws and Michael Penix and that guy named Tua turned the ball. I'm Tungo Vailoa.
But you know what, though? You can say what you want about Tua, but if you put him in the right scheme, he's fine. The thing is, he doesn't throw the ball. He's not a deep ball thrower. He had Tyreek Hill. He had Jalen Waddle that could run 240s. But every time he threw the ball deep, they would have to wait for the ball to get there. It was almost like they were too fast for him.
Plus, again, they got Bijan Robinson, who a very good running back. I think like H.N. that he had in Miami. Then you got London, and then you got Pitts. You got very good weapons. So, but I think it's really Michael Penix's team to lose because he shows a lot of promise, but he definitely had his struggles and moments.
Yeah, Drake London is an absolute beast, and I'll give you and the underdog to look out for here is Jahan Dotson, former high round pick of the Commanders.
Yeah,
that dude is. I mean, he started out great with the Commanders. Thought he was going to be something, and then he winds up going to the Eagles. Patchy performances there, but the Eagles are deep. And now he's got like a new lease on life with the Falcons. So if they can get something out of him, because he can't have everything fall on Drake London, but the tight end Kyle Pitts signed a huge contract not too long ago. So this is the year that I think Kyle Pitts has to step up, take some of that pressure off of Drake London and Bijan Robinson. Bijan Robinson's amazing. He's dual threat back, every down back, however you want to put it. But he can't do it by himself.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you gotta have good quarterback play, and that for sure. And that's up, like I said, up to Penix. Or if it doesn't work out, they got Tua, who's not really a slouch. We know he's made the playoffs before, so it's not like twice, obviously. So it's not like.
Well, you know what? I mean, can Michael Penix Jr. take that leap forward? You know? I mean, it's weird that you have two southpaws, as your starter and backup. So that's interesting to say the least. But I do like Michael Penix Jr. I think he's good, but he's got some talent around him. I mean, when you have Bijan Robinson as your leading running back, that's one heck of a weapon to lean on.
So next is New Orleans Saints, and they're a rebuilding team. I mean, Tyler Shuck, I believe, is going to be the starter. Don't hold me against it because we don't know who's actually going to be the starter, but I believe it'll be Shuck. Again, they're rebuilding, so we're not going to see. I mean, they did show some fight last season. Let's not say they did.
No, but Tyler Shuck, it's Tyler Shuck's job. Yeah, it's pretty much. That's pretty much going the way that's going to go. I mean, Spencer Rattler had his chance to start last year to show what he can do. And they do have Zach Wilson. There you go. Whatever, I don't know. But Tyler Shuck made some nice strides last year. Chris Olave's got to stay healthy, of course. And they drafted a nice weapon in Jordan Tyson. But again, he had his injury issues at Arizona State. So if they can stay healthy, and they do have Travis Etienne as a free agent signing from Jacksonville, and they still have Alvin Kamara. So they have a nice little grouping of weapons there. It's just a matter of can Tyler, just like any other young quarterback, can Tyler Sheck make that second year leap? So that'll be interesting.
Yeah. So the next division, let's go with the NFC North, and obviously the Bears, who have a very, very good coach in Ben Johnson, who really kind of rejuvenated Caleb Williams' career in a way. I mean, he made some smart decisions. He made very good reads, and they got a very good running back. Don't forget that helped him out a little bit too.
Well, you know what? I mean, I've been talking about quarterbacks making that second year leap. Caleb Williams made that second year leap, and they did. Yeah, and they've got in consecutive years they drafted a couple of nice weapons for him. Roma Dunze, first round pick in 2024, and Luther Burden the third, second round pick last year. So they've got so he's got a couple of nice wideout targets to throw to, and they've got Colston Loveland and Cole Kmet at the tight end position, and they're not going to be shy about running two tight ends. And they've got DeAndre Swift and Kai, and I'm going to butcher the last name. I know that Kyle Mananagi. I butchered something like that. So they've got a nice grouping on the offensive side of the ball. The defense showed well at times. Montez Sweat, he's a nice edge rusher along with Austin Booker. So, the Bears definitely rejuvenated from last year. It's just a matter of can they catch that lightning in a bottle and get and get there.
Again, Ben Johnson just obviously deserved to be a head coach, and he showed why. Next team is their rivalry, the Green Bay Packers, and again, can Jordan Love stay healthy? Can Michael? Well, they're going to lose Michael Parsons for a few games, but again, the Green Bay Packers are not they are a tough team to beat, though. Still,
I mean, the Packers. Jordan Love is the wild card here. Because he can play well at times, and then other times you're like, well, why did you make that throw, kind of thing. But Christian Watson needs to stay healthy if he can, because I don't think he's had a healthy season yet. Second round pick all the way back in 2022, and he signed a lucrative contract, so he's got to produce, and he's got to stay healthy. Jaden Reed, he got hurt last year, and then Matthew Golden, the first round pick out of Texas, they're expecting big things out of him. So, there's a lot of potential there in the wide receiver room for sure. But the guy that you got to look out for is tight end Tucker Kraft, whose season ended prematurely because of a knee injury last year. If he can come back to his previous form, then Jordan Love is going to have one heck of a season. But again, you also have to look at the defensive side of the ball. Can Michael Parsons stay healthy? Because if they can get Michael Parsons going on the defensive side of the ball, Jordan Love, some consistency on the offensive side of the ball. You're looking at definitely a playoff team. How far they go, that's a whole nother question.
Definitely a division winner. They're one of probably the few teams that can still beat Chicago. They could in that. So The next team who I thought disappointed was Detroit.
Yeah.
Maybe because they lost both of their coordinators, Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn, but that's again they got talent on that team on offense.
Right. No, I mean, they to say they fell off last year, that's an understatement. The defense, holy cow, what happened?
Yeah.
Aiden Hutchinson, you know, I mean, they I don't know. I mean, because they got, I mean, health. I mean, the key thing about the NFL is can the team stay healthy?
Mhm.
You know, that's the main thing. So I'm not 100% confident in the Lions this year. I mean, they've got some studs. They definitely have some studs. I do worry about Jared Goff.
Yeah.
Because I'm not 100% sold on him.
And I think age is becoming a factor. But I mean, there's not. He's been in the league for quite a while now.
Right.
Thank God.
Well, I mean, they have some offensive talent around him. I mean, Jahmyr Gibbs, he's almost on par with Bijan Robinson.
St. Brown.
Yeah. So I mean, so they definitely have a weapon there. They got Isaiah Pacheco from the Chiefs, so that was interesting. But Jameson Williams. Yeah. But Jameson Williams and Amon-Ra St. Brown. So he's got a couple of nice targets there. Sam Laporta, nice target there at tight end. So really, offense is not really what I'm worried about, other than Jared Goff, to see if he falls off that cliff. I don't know if he will, but if the defense shows up, you could definitely be looking at playoffs for the Detroit Lions.
Oh, for sure. And the last team on that is the Minnesota Vikings. Can J.J. McCarthy make that jump? That's the question. I mean, they got very good weapons on that offense. Very good, Justin Jefferson, and the running back. I forgot his name now. He totally comes off my list. But it's, can J.J. McCarthy take the next step? That's the question.
Well, don't forget, they've got Kyler Murray now. They did sign him, and Aaron Jones Sr. It seems like he's been around forever. They came over from Green Bay not too long ago. And they have Jordan Mason backing him up. Now, the key part is, can you get the ball to Justin Jefferson? That is your bread and butter guy.
Yeah.
Right there. You do have T.J. Hawkinson, tight end. Mm-hmm. So he's another nice target they have. And Jordan Addison, if he can stay out of trouble, he's a tremendous talent. They got Jawan Jennings from the 49ers.
That's what I was thinking was Addison, because he's a very, very good. He had a very good year last season.
I mean, he's very good, but the problem that he has is the off season and the stupid things he does. So if he can keep himself under control, and get his mind in the game, he's a nice weapon. A very nice weapon. But it all comes down to the quarterback position and what happens there. Because J.J. McCarthy, this is his make or break year, to be honest with you. This is his third year. So he's got to be able to make that jump. Because Kyler Murray, I'm not sold on Kyler Murray at all right now. The way things ended in Arizona, I'm just not. I mean, he missed. It depends on who you talk to.
Mhm.
You know, from the games that I saw, he missed open receivers. He didn't throw to open receivers. He was primarily locked in on Trey McBride and Michael Wilson, who are great players, but those seem to be the only two that he would
Yeah.
lean on. So hopefully he's got some nice chemistry going with Justin Jefferson, and TJ Hawkinson. And the defense, if they can hold strong, they've got a chance to do something. Because last year they finished 9-8 last year. So is Kyler Murray the difference? Could be.
We'll see that.
Could be. I mean, he did have a couple of really good years for Arizona. He really did.
And we got to take into consideration that J.J. McCarthy, again, this was his sophomore season. And again, that's what happens sometimes. But maybe he'll grow from this, which he did show some signs. I mean, I'm not going to say he didn't. He showed some signs. And he did have Carson Wentz as a backup, not a bad backup.
No, but Carson Wentz is Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
So he had his little time there when he was great, and then he got hurt, and then Foles came in and won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So
sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not whatever. You gotta. Hey, he got a ring out of it. Well, what are you gonna? What can you say?
It's that Philly special.
Oh my God, the Philly special. They made such a big deal out of that. My goodness.
Anyway, let's go to the best. I think the best division in the NFL right now, in my opinion. That's the NFC West. I'm like a big fan of the Rams right now. I mean, because number one, they got Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
Number two, their offense is loaded. I mean, they added more pieces than anything. You got obviously Puka Nacua. You got Stafford coming back for pretty much one more season. Devontae Adams. They got a steal from Kansas City on their defense, obviously. So this team is loaded.
Yeah. Oh, they're beyond loaded. I mean, they are definitely the tops, at least in the NFC right now. The most shocking thing they did this offseason was picking Ty Simpson in the first round in the NFL draft. But when you have a guy like Matthew Stafford, provided that he can stay healthy, so you have a year, at the very least, 1 year to groom Ty Simpson. If they can get Stafford back for a second year, then you can have Ty Simpson sit for a second year, which would be ideal. But we both know that the ideal situation doesn't always happen.
Yeah.
So, but the fact that they got Myles Garrett and they're trying to get Aaron Donald. I mean, the Aaron Donald to come out of retirement. Some of the players are like, hey, making overtures to Aaron Donald. I don't know what kind of shape he's in, but if he comes back, that's a wrecking ball of a defense. So, right now, I mean, it's really hard to go against the Rams from top to bottom. That they are. I mean, that is one hell of a squad.
Right, and one hell of a coach too. I mean, Sean McVay. He just, he comes up with great designs offensively, and he's going to be a future Hall of Fame coach, and no doubt about it. But he's got plenty of time to be. He's young, so he's got plenty of time to be a coach.
Oh yeah. Oh, definitely. I mean, there's no doubt about that. let's not forget the ownership's commitment to this whole thing too. And so they've drafted well. They have, they signed the right players. So yeah, I can definitely see them. Right now on paper anyway, they are the top team in the NFC.
Yeah, definitely Super Bowl favorites in my opinion. If I was a Vegas betting man, and
Right.
they're the way favorite. They were the way favorite. But we'll go from favorite of a Super Bowl team to the Super Bowl champions, defending one, Seattle. That you think Sam Darnold has a Hall of Fame career now that he's won a Super Bowl?
I don't know about that. I don't know that, but you know what though? Let's just put it this way: he played well enough to win. Mm-hmm. So there you go. And then you got the defense. And I'll tell you what, that defense, they turned Drake May into pudding by the time they were done. So, they're come back with roughly the same squad, except they added Jadarian Price, running back out of Notre Dame. And
even though I'm a little worried that they let Kenneth Walker go. He was the MVP, Super Bowl MVP last year, and he was very good this year.
Yeah. That's well. You know what? The running backs are funny because running backs, some running backs are good for 3, maybe 4 years, and then they just drop off. Very few have played like, say, Emmitt Smith or Thurman Thomas or Barry Sanders or, there are very few running backs that play effectively for more than 5 years. Very few.
Yeah.
So letting Kenneth Walker go, drafting Jadarian Price, they're thinking is, okay, now we have a fresh back for the next 3 to 5 years. So, and they do have Zach Charbonnet, so they have some experience there. But I saw a report on the NFL Network that Jadarian Price might be he might be the guy to at least start the season. So that'll be interesting. But again, you're looking at a team that has Jackson Smith and Jigba, and Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
So they definitely have a couple guys in the in the receiving room. And AJ Barner, there's a dude that grew into his role as far as the tight end position goes. And they have Rashid Shaheed. So, and the defense is the defense. They are.
Oh, they're fantastic. Part 2.
So, I guess it all comes down to whether Sam Darnold can hold it together. If he can hold it together, they won 14 games last year. They could be looking at another 12 to 13 this year because the Rams they're definitely clipping at their heels. They're right there with them. So as long as Sam Darnold can hold it together, that team's going to should be contending again this year.
Speaking of another team that could be clipping on their heels, the 49ers. Now, we all know the 49ers' problem is staying healthy, and got a very good the talent is all around that team. We get George Kittle, Brock Purdy, Christian McCaffrey. They lost some key players on defense, and that's why they struggled, I guess, last season, or why they, obviously lost in the divisional round. So, if they could stay healthy, they're also a Super Bowl contending team.
Well, yeah, I'll be honest with you. I think George Kittle is closer to the end than he is the beginning. Jake Tongs is probably going to be at some point in this upcoming season. He's probably going to be the guy at tight end. Not going to lie to you there. Christian McCaffrey, again, another guy that's getting a little older.
Yeah.
And at the running back position, that's not a good thing. Now, they made a curious pick in the draft in the third round, Kalon Black. So I think, and they also have Jordan James directly backing up Christian McCaffrey. So the running back position is a little, as long as Christian McCaffrey's healthy, they've got one hell of a weapon there. Now, the receiving room is, I don't want to say hit or miss, but Mike Evans, he's in his 30s now.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic player for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for a decade, literally. And then they have Ricky Pearsall and Christian Kirk. Now Shanahan is a system. His system has made quarterbacks. I'm not 100% sold on Brock Purdy. I think Mac Jones is the guy to look out for.
Well, he definitely amazing in that offense. There were no ifs, ands, or buts.
So I don't know. I mean, Brock Purdy, he's good. Well, when Brock Purdy gets on a roll, when he gets going, he's fine. But if the game falls on his shoulders, I don't know. I don't know if I would trust him.
And also the question is, what's going on with Brandon Ayuk?
He's done. He's done. He's gone. Where he ends up, who knows? That's a shame.
It's been rumored to him, but I wouldn't take him. They're also rumored to get Brandon Cook back, though.
If his head's on straight, he's a heck of a player. But if it's not, then you got a head case. But but the 49ers, they are a complete wild card. I could see them getting 11, 12 wins or 6 next year. I don't know. I'm kind of in the middle with them.
Yeah, and last but not least, it's I don't know. The Arizona Cardinals, they got a new coach. They're gonna ride Jacoby Brissett. Brissett wants more money, but does he deserve it? No.
Well, I'll tell you what. I would not be surprised if Carson Beck, second-round pick out of Miami, formerly of the Georgia Bulldogs, gets a shot to start at some point. Because next year's quarterback class is going to be a good one, from all accounts. So, and Carson Beck has a track record of being a pretty good quarterback in college. He does. But so Jacoby Brissett is definitely the placeholder. But he's got to settle his contract dispute, which was, I don't want to say it was dumb on his part, but hey, if you want to get paid, sometimes you got to play business, So I think I don't see good things coming out of the Arizona Cardinals this year. I mean, they took Jeremiah Love third overall in the draft.
And they're just have the luck of the draw to being in one of the, probably, like I said, the best divisions in the NFC, and in the NFL, in my opinion. Yeah.
They may not win a division. They may not win a divisional game this year. So
not going to be that easy. It's going to be a dogfight between the Rams, 49ers, and Seattle. We all know that.
Yeah.
So let's.
But they do have. I mean, they do have some talent at the receiver position. And Marvin Harrison Jr., which he has to produce this year, third year.
Mm.
Michael Wilson had played great last year, and they got Kendrick Bourne from the 49ers. So there's some talent there. Hopefully they can put up some points to entertain the fans, but I don't see more than 4 or 5 wins.
No. All right, so let's move on. We got the mid-season classic coming, but the reason why I had a question about the All-Star games because we know about like the football, it's flag football now, and and then baseball, whoever wins between the NL and the AL, they get home field in the World Series. Would you care if they did away with them?
I don't really. I think the stipulation's dumb. To be honest with you, didn't hurt the Dodgers the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Just saying. No, I'm sorry. Did I bring up? Did I bring up a bad memory? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I can put the hat on. I can put the hat on if you want.
You know what? I'm okay. The Yankees
Okay. But I mean, the All-Star game is not what it used to be. So I don't know.
Like the NFL, the whole flag football thing it's so dumb. It really is. I liked it better when it was after the Super Bowl and it was in Hawaii, but obviously they couldn't blitz or anything else. But still, they were tackling, they were putting up points. You saw the skill of the offense, but it's dumb.
As in the last great hit I remember in the Pro Bowl was Sean Taylor, the Redskins safety, rest in peace, taking out Brian Moorman. Cleats up. So when I say cleats up, I mean cleats up. That was one of the most vicious hits I think I've ever seen in my life in the Pro Bowl, no doubt. So they should just get rid of the game, because even if it's a flag football game, players are still risking injury.
The hockey, the one thing I liked was the skill competition. But I do like the fact that if that Four Nation is replacing the All-Star game, hey, I liked what I saw a couple years ago when they were hitting, there was fighting, there was you had very good, that was very good play, entertaining at the most. If that Four Nations replacing the All-Star game.
Well, you know what? I mean, I think what I look forward to as far as the baseball All-Star game is the home run hitting contest.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'll never forget the one year Mark McGwire. This is when it was in Boston, and it was Chris Berman on the call. He was hitting moonshots. I'm not just talking about hitting the screen in the Green Monster.
Oh, in and over.
It went into every home run he hit was 450, 500 feet. It was one of the most impressive performances I had ever seen. And let's face it, it's all for the fan. The players that made the team. I'll bring up an example. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He's not having a great season this year.
He also played for the Bisons, mind you, everybody.
But former Bison and all that, yeah. But he's not having that great of a season this year, but he's starting at first base. Yeah. Why? Because the fans voted him in. If baseball writers and managers were the only votes, he wouldn't be starting. But again, this is for the fans. This is who they want to see.
Yeah, like the basketball, the slam dunk competition. I love the 3-point competition. Obviously, I mean, we all remember Dominique Wilkins slam dunks, and then you had Larry Bird just hitting 3 after 3.
Hey, I'm remembering Spud Webb giving a shout out to all of us short people.
Yeah, there you go.
Spud, I mean, the fact that he won the dunk contest, I was like, hey, you go, boy. You,
Yeah,
you go, my man.
You got to
But
entertain him. You got to entertain
but
him. You got to take our way.
I mean, Michael Jordan dominated that for years, and
We
Dr.
all know.
J. You had
Mhm.
Dr. J back in the first one, and Dominique Wilkins, like you said, and probably one of the most impressive performances I can remember was Vince Carter. So
Oh,
many
yeah.
years back. He did dunks that I still haven't seen yet. That I haven't seen repeated. But yeah, I mean, All-Star games are All-Star games. They're pretty much for the fans. I understand if your favorite player didn't make it. I get it, because depending on what city you're in, I mean, if you
Yeah.
look at say Los Angeles, you don't think they're going to be stuffing the ballot box for Shohei Ohtani? If you're going to say like Houston, Texas, all of those big cities, they're going to be stuffing the ballot box for their guy.
Mhm.
So yeah, I mean, I get, whether players didn't make it or however, but I mean, but the stipulation about who gets home field in the World Series, that's a little.
I mean, because I understand it's because they had a tie. Well, it's whatever. I mean, it doesn't matter in the stats anyway. So next week we're going to start talking about the Bills. What do you think? I mean, we got
Yeah,
3 more weeks till they get to St. John Fisher. We'll definitely have to start off with the Bills offense and that.
Yep.
So my question is, can Richard be the manager of the year if he was a coach for the Dodgers?
Oh, absolutely. He's got a very Zen-like presence to him.
Oh, I don't. Yeah, I don't see why people respect.
He's got a very Phil Jackson-like presence to him. So yeah, I definitely think that.
Yeah, he'll be the best manager of all time. All right, guys, take care. Don't forget tomorrow's Mixed World, and we'll see you.
Okay. You guys are going to fade to black. Talk to you in the future.
Absolutely.